Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am excited to share one of my most favorite things about each month, and that is my customer thank you card. Every month I send out a customer thank you card to everyone who shops with me during that month, and it is one of my favorite things to do each month, and I can't wait to show you today's project. It features the Spooky Fun stamp set. I am loving this stamp set. If you don't have it, I highly recommend you get it before Halloween. I love this set. I have used it way more than I thought I would. It's fantastic. So our project features this stamp set. So let me go ahead and get started and I'll show you this month's customer thank you card. Okay, so here is my September customer thank you card. I absolutely love how this card turned out. I think it is so cute. My favorite thing about this card is that it features our Halloween night washi. I've never been able to completely use up a roll of washi tape, and I barely have any washi tape left on each roll after making all of these cards. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you how to make this spooky cute card. Okay, I'm going to start with my card base. This is some elegant eggplant cardstock. I have cut this at 5.5 by 8.5 and I've scored it at 4 1/4. I will have all of the measurements for today's project over on my coordinating blog post. I'm just going to crease this over on my coordinating blog post, which I've linked just below this video in the description notes. All right, so we've got our card base. I've got a piece of basic gray cardstock here. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and I'm just going to use my fast fuse to layer this onto the front of the card. And I'm going to put it on at a slight angle to the left. Well, not a slight, it's going to be an obvious angle. Okay, let's do it like that. Perfect. Okay, so we can go ahead and set this to the side and we'll work on that washi tape layer. So for that, I'm bringing in some Whisper White cardstock. This is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I'm actually going to lay it on my mat here at an angle to help me keep a nice slant to each strip of washi tape. Okay, so I've already got my pattern laid out for my washi tape. This is kind of the order that I'm going to do it in. I am not going to measure or anything. I'm literally just going to tear and lay it down. All right, I've gone ahead and adhered my washi layer down just using some fast fuse. And I love how this looks, just having them torn at random on the edges. Love that. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of Whisper White and my label bracket punch. And I'm going to punch out this piece. And we're going to do some stamping. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to stamp the Have Some Spooky Fun on this label here. I'm going to stamp that towards the bottom. Right there should be good. Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White. This is for the inside of the card, and this is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I've already layered the little bats onto a block. I put both of the bats. And I'm going to stamp this in the top left-hand corner. There we go. And the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, just like that. And one of the great things about my customer thank you cards is I don't write inside of the cards. I want these to be cards that you guys can add to your collection and use and send out to people. So I usually handwrite a note to you on a sticky note and I attach it to the front of the card, and I leave the card blank so that you guys can add whatever message you want in the inside, and you can actually use them. Okay, so I used the Halloween Scenes edgelets to die cut these pumpkins. These edgelets actually coordinate with the Spooky Fun stamp set, and they are available as a bundle. So you save 10% if you buy the stamp set and the edgelets together in my online store. All right, so I'm just going to add some dimensionals. I don't know if I said this, but I cut these pumpkins out of some of our pumpkin pie glimmer paper. So I'm just going to add these. Oopsies. Just going to add these on in the center, right about there. Okay, then I'm going to flip this piece over. I'm going to add a little bit of fast fuse, and I'm bringing in some of our basic black metallic thread, and I'm just going to wrap this around my hand a few times. Okay. And we'll just add this to the back of this piece just to add a little extra interest. Okay, very cute. I'll just cut off these little long flyaways. Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and snip that a little bit. Okay, so you can see how that looks behind our piece here. Super duper cute. Okay, so I'm going to add this down to our washi layer using some liquid Tombow Mono glue. The reason I'm using the liquid glue is because if you try to put more fast fuse on here, it'll just mess up your metallic thread. You could do dimensionals if you wanted to. That's fine. It will take just a second for these pumpkins or for this layer to adhere down, but it will dry and have a nice bond on the front. Okay, so there's that. Now we can add our inside layer. I'll just use fast fuse to do that. Okay, now for the last and final touch, I'm going to bring in my paper piercer and my Halloween Night enamel dots. And let's see, I'm going to do one of each color. So I'm just going to put a small orange here. That's actually pumpkin pie. We'll put an old olive there. And then we will put one of these perfect plum down there in the bottom right. Okay, and that finishes up this card. I hope you guys love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, so I've got all of my customer thank you cards for the month of September all finished. I will be mailing these out to you guys at the end of the month. I hope that you enjoyed today's tutorial, and I hope that you love these cards as much as I truly, truly love making them for you guys. I truly appreciate you, and I'm so thankful for each and every order that you guys place. I thank you guys so much for joining me today. And remember, if you'd like to purchase any of the supplies that you saw me use today, just head on over to today's coordinating blog post. I've linked it just below this video in the description notes. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you again real soon. Bye now.